King Ghidorah only made number 9? Well, actually, this is Mecha King Ghidorah. He's pretty much similar to King Ghidorah, you know, with the concept of a giant three-headed dragon flying around with, well, electro blasts or something, I don't know. I kind of like that the sound it makes while the Ghidorahs are flying. I mean, it's pretty ironic. And if you want my opinion, I honestly prefer this the Mecha King Ghidorah over the original King Ghidorah. So why didn't it make it higher? Well, I don't think this is the right kind of monster for me to choose to represent the GDF faction. As a kid, I've kind of always enjoyed playing as Titanosaurus in Godzilla Unleashed while I play as the mutants in the story mode. I mean, I just like it. I mean, well, for one thing, it's like an aquatic version of Godzilla. It has that ray beam thing. And I pretty much like the sound it makes. Oh yeah, and you can also lift monsters by the jaw. Wow. I mean, this monster's really strong compared to other monsters. I mean, if you can lift a giant monster that's about the same size as another giant monster by the jaw, I mean, yeah, that's just impressive. Now here we have another Godzilla clone. Well, in the movie originated from, also known as my favorite movie as a kid, Godzilla 2000, Orga originally started off as a UFO and then some alien entity known as a Millennium, and then later extracts Godzilla's DNA, forming into the creature Orga, which we all now see. Now Orga is a juggernaut. I mean, really? I mean, just watch this. And also, when he fires his weapon, it makes the sound of a machine gun. This is probably probably the second greatest Godzilla clone, if not the third. And yet another Godzilla clone on the list. Here we have Space Godzilla, which is the main antagonist of this game. I kid you not there. Well, here's its origins. You see, Godzilla's DNA somehow went up to space and got sucked into a black hole, which created Space Godzilla. However, there's two theories to how that was possible. For one thing, while Mothra was flying into space, it might have carried some of Godzilla's cells, which later flew into the black hole. The second explanation is that the cells came from Biollante, and while it keeps on growing big, it got to the point where it went up to space, and then later those Godzilla cells went up into a black hole. If you ask me, then I pretty much think that the cells came from Biollante, since both Space Godzilla and Biollante have tusks on the side of their mouths. Okay, let's talk about Space Godzilla's capabilities of fighting. Well, for one thing, it controls the powerful crystals. And it can also levitate stuff with telekinesis and fire this, whatever that is. And on the top 4, representing the Aliens faction, we have the one, the only, Godzilla's oldest and greatest enemy, King Ghidorah. It's basically a giant 3-headed dragon with no arms and 2 tails. And it basically has alternate backstories. In the original series, he was basically controlled by aliens to take over the world. On the second series, these three little cute creatures called Doras got exposed to the atom bomb, which fused the little guys together into King Ghidorah. And then later on in that movie, they pretty much upgraded King Ghidorah to Mecha King Ghidorah. Don't get me wrong, I personally prefer Mecha King Ghidorah over King Ghidorah, but still, you gotta respect the classics. Representing the Global Defense Force faction, we have Kiryu, aka Mecha Godzilla 3. The best out of all the other Mecha Godzillas. How? Best design, best abilities, and best backstory. You see, when they're pretty much making making Kiryu to pretty much defend the people of Earth, they pretty much made him around the actual skeleton of the first Godzilla from 1954. So basically, it's the original Godzilla, but with mechanical upgrades. Plus, let's see, it can fly just like the rest of the, just like Mechagodzilla 2 in this game. It can fire an electrical beam right out of its mouth, similar to how Godzilla fires atomic breath out of his mouth. And the best part about him is his hold on, let me get it out for a sec. You can also fire missiles, and the best, oh, come on. And the best part about him, is the laser sword. Awesome throwing move there. Plus, he's really the only Mecha Godzilla to actually defeat Godzilla. Representing the Mutants faction is my second favorite monster in the Godzilla franchise, Destroyer. I mean, it has a lightsaber horn. That's pretty unique for a monster. And also, Destroyer is basically created from the Oxygen Destroyer weapon, which is the weapon they used to kill the first Godzilla. That probably makes it Destroyer one of Godzilla's most powerful enemies, to the point where he needed help from the army to defeat Destroyer. I'm not making this up. Also, I just love Destroyer's roar. It just speaks for itself. Is there anything else that needs to be said? Oh yeah. The Destroyer basically looks like the devil in kaiju form. Oh, you might have known it by now. Representing the Earth's Defenders faction is my favorite monster of all time, Godzilla 2000. Which is from my favorite Godzilla movie as a kid, Godzilla 2000. Plus, it can throw around enemies like a rag doll. That's pretty cool. And it pretty much keeps the same balanced fighting style as the other Godzillas. I'm sorry, people, but this Godzilla has more of a nostalgic impact on me. Plus, the Orga tried to swallow up Godzilla whole, but the thing is, since Godzilla's so powerful, he basically destroyed Orga from the inside. Is there anything else that needs to be said? Oh yeah, plenty of other stuff. The movie Godzilla 2000, where these two monsters are from, was basically the last Godzilla movie to be released theatrically in the US since 1985, until the 2014 movie coming soon. Yeah, that's my main purpose for making this list, to celebrate the upcoming release of the new Godzilla movie that's basically probably going to restore my childhood. Anyways, I'm the Stylish Swordmaster, and Godzilla 2000 is my favorite monster in the franchise.